Bulavinaka, my name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selena, I'm from Tavenga-Vengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, rape cases tripled in the last 10 years. 291 rape cases pending in the high courts. And new correction facilities for women in Lautoka.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Smith.
In the last 10 years, the number of rape, sexual assault and sexual offence cases have more than tripled. Police Commissioner Brigadier General Sithiven Ngilio says these figures are very alarming and action must be taken as this is everyone's business. Ngilio highlighted these crimes cannot be eliminated by police alone as they need the help of all stakeholders. Rachel Nath with this report.
A recent survey conducted by the Fiji Women's Rights Movement has revealed that sexual offence cases before the Magistrates Court increased from 279 in 2007 to 2,036 in 2013. And by last year, the number of cases fell to 675. The Police Commissioner says these worrying trends reveal that families and communities are failing.
We need to look at the institution of the family. What is going wrong? Because at the end of the day, we get the complaints, the police force, but we are not the ones going out doing getting the problem done. It's the community that needs to look at it holistically. It's everyone's business.
Ilio says there's been an influx in rape cases within families, and the only way to get to the bottom of this is through re-evaluating attitudes.
We need to relook what is happening, the institute of the family, what is happening, what is failing. Otherwise, we, the police force, will be at the receiving end of coming out to investigate these crimes when they do happen.
The Fiji Council of Churches is also reminding the public to take responsibility, especially this festive season.
The issue of rape and sexual assault is a serious concern for all faith communities. For the Fiji Council of Churches, we have the leaders speaking out and calling violence against women and children a sin, which is a very strong message to the communities of faith and to the wider public.
The Commissioner acknowledged the work and efforts carried out by the churches and other religious organizations. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
Meanwhile, 291 rape cases are pending before the High Courts of Fiji. This was revealed by the Suva High Court Judge Justice Alessi Temo, who says the increased cases is a reflection of the society and its morals. Rachel Nath again with this story.
The Lautoka High Court has the largest number of pending cases amounting to 168 rape cases, 20 murder cases and 9 aggravated robberies. In the Suva High Court, as of the 24th of last month, there were 79 rape cases pending, while the Lambasa High Court has 44 rape cases. Justice Alessi Temo says the most commonly discussed sex crimes in Fiji is rape, sexual assault, defilement and indecent assault. He says the increase in rape statistics follows the changeover from the Penal Code to the Crimes Act 2009. As previously, the definition of rape under the Penal Code was gender biased towards males having sexual intercourse with a female without her consent. Justice Tamo adds the law has come a long way, as in the 1970s, those convicted of rape served a sentence of 2 to 3 years. However, judges can now sentence a person for 10 to 16 years or even life imprisonment if found guilty of rape. He says topics of this sort is a taboo in the society and even families. However, it's important to talk about it, as being shy towards the topic will serve no good. The judge highlighted that families, schools, churches, communities and religious organizations play a pivotal role, as these are the agents who teach members of the society how to behave and can even prevent the crime. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
More than 20 female prisoners in the Suva prison were moved to the new Women's Lautoka Corrections Facility today. While opening the facility, the Attorney General says this will now give opportunities for family members in the Western Division to visit their loved ones. Anna Ravulo reports.
Since the colonial days, Fiji only had one prison, which is in Suva. Attorney General Aya Saad Gayoom says that this has affected the ability of family members to stay in touch with their convicted relative.
It means it minimizes the ability of their family members, minimizes the ability of the children and other relatives to be able to constantly be in touch with those family members of those who are incarcerated, which again means that they have less support.
Saad Gayoom says by doing this, convicted female prisoners have been denied their rights.
So we are actually denying these women, or have been denying these women, those fundamental rights of theirs. So even though a person may be convicted, it does not mean we deny them their fundamental rights. Now, this investment for government is a very small price to pay to ensure that we are able to fulfill the rights of these people.
The Women's Corrections Facility costs close to $5 million and only caters for 24 women. Anna Ravulo, FBC News.
Today, along with hundreds of millions of people around the world, our Fijian Muslim brothers and sisters celebrated the birth and life of Prophet Muhammad. Attorney General Aya Saad Gayoom, while addressing a gathering in Ba, said this occasion serves as an opportunity for everyone to reflect on attitudes and behave as individuals. Saad Gayoom said, while celebrating the birth of Prophet Muhammad, it's important to live in harmony and respect everyone.
So I would urge you all to be able to embrace the diversity we have, to be able to learn from the diversity, and to be able to then inculcate your lives with the way that the last Prophet of Islam lived, and you'll be able to live in much more harmony, not just with yourself, but with everybody around you.
Still to come, Lomai Viti Carnival aims to invest in businesses. A new pharmaceutical to create jobs. Stay with us.
Moala ragada ranalika, au tikongona taunu singatoka, andou talitaka na vakaronga na Bula FM, number 2 na serre.
Ya dora chubuni kurnambili, borani batukara hambara binaranga, do talitaki na vakaronga na Bula FM, number 2 na serre. Bula!
Bula FM, number 2 na serre.
Investing in businesses within the Tikina and Village Council is the main objective of having the Lomai Viti Carnival for a week. Rokotui Lomai Viti, Ratu Penichamini Veli Tokanduandua, says they aim to collect $500,000 come Saturday. Tokasa Rainima reports.
More than $40,000 were collected on the third day of the carnival today, and this will go towards the investment and office operations.
We are targeting the core functions of the council to enable our dwellers to invest in the years to come. So after our project is targeting from 2017 to 2021, so in that 5-year period, after the 5-year period, each village or tikina can be able to invest with the capital that has been collected from this gathering that will go on for the next 4 years.
More than 80 women showcased their handicraft work at the carnival today. President of the Songsong Wamarama in Lomai Viti, Serana Goro, says whatever they sell will go a long way in their different businesses.
Come and showcase their craft. For the past 3 years, we've been focusing on generating your own income at home, being self-sufficient, being financially self-sufficient.
Villagers from the 12 districts of Lomai Viti turned out in numbers today at Carnival Park. The carnival will end this Saturday. Toka Sarainima, FBC News.
The British government is looking forward to welcoming the Fijian green bonds onto the United Kingdom stock market. This was highlighted by UK Minister of State for Climate Change and Industry Claire Perry at a meeting with Prime Minister and COP23 President Voreqe Bainimarama. The Prime Minister also commended the United Kingdom and Canada for the launch of the Powering Past Coal Alliance. This is an alliance of governments and businesses launched during COP23 that aims to rapidly phase out traditional coal power. More jobs will be created. More jobs will be created after the opening of the Douglas Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Facility in Nandi. While opening the facility, Attorney General Ayaz Said Qayyum says that investing in pharmaceuticals will not only create jobs but have economic growth. Said Qayyum says that they have the issues they need to improve with Douglas Pharmaceutical so that they are on par with modern-day practices.
But nonetheless, they are not insurmountable issues, and these are issues that we of course can deal with. Because ultimately our objective is to ensure that people like yourselves have security of jobs, people like yourselves have an improvement in their working terms and conditions, and of course that we create more jobs, and which is very utterly important for us.
Roadworks are expected to begin at Princess Road next week. Fiji Roads Authority Chief Executive Jonathan Moore says that they will widen a hill along the Princess Road. Moore says widening of the lanes will give better flow of traffic in the future.
So that one is now at the stage where they're at the final layers of fill material, and they'll be sealing the road in the next week or 10 days to progress to the asphalt layers in the future. So that's progressing quite well. We're trying to target getting that section of the road open by the end of the year.
Turning to world news, the risk of war with North Korea is growing daily, according to President Donald Trump's national security advisor. And it comes as the US and the South Korean forces carried out the largest ever joint military exercise in the region. In sports news, Joe Ravovo suspended for dangerous tackle. And AFL Fiji tribe wins Lightning Cup. This and more coming up.
I'm another sort of of whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Carnival Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Fijian-born and New Zealand Sevens player Joe Ravovo was cited for a dangerous high tackle against South Africa in the Dubai Sevens final over the weekend. Following a disciplinary hearing, the player is suspended for 3 matches. Ravovo will not play for New Zealand in their pool matches in Cape Town this weekend. Meanwhile, the Fiji Airways Sevens team is pooled with Samoa, Canada and Wales in Pool D. The next round of the series kicks off in Cape Town, South Africa on Saturday and ends Monday. And you can watch the match live on FBC TV. The AFL Fiji tribe won the Lightning Cup, beating All Stars 11-3 this afternoon at Albert Park. The Lightning Cup usually happens a day before the Oceania Cup kicks off. Today, the Fiji tribe, All Stars and Vanuatu Volcanoes competed against each other. Meli Tavanga reports.
The AFL Fiji tribe put on a good outing, thumping Vanuatu 2012 before defeating All Stars to lift the Lightning Cup.
The boys from Vanuatu are just tough enough to play against. We're just playing for a couple of years together, and we just play against each other for just a couple of months ago, try and pick up each other. But playing against the Vanuatu are very tough to play against.
Captain Chonya Tui Korodao says today's competition is just a warm-up before entering the real test in tomorrow's Oceania Cup.
I want to improve on our skills and discipline in and off the field. So we're going to working on that field.
Meanwhile, the competition is expected to get intense in the coming days as Fiji defending champion Nauru and Vanuatu will be vying for the Oceania Cup.
Players from Nauru, Vanuatu and Fiji coming this year, and you know, it's exciting. The players are really, really good. They're really, really quick and fast, and you know, you see a lot of more physical AFL than you do back in Australia.
The Oceania Cup kicks off at 9 a.m. tomorrow at Suva's Albert Park. Melita Wanga, FBC Sports.
For the first time since 2014, AFL Vanuatu Volcanoes is excited to be in the country and be part of the 2017 Oceania Cup. Despite facing challenges in getting the team here, the visitors managed to overcome all odds. Melita Wanga reports.
Getting the team to Fiji wasn't easy as the visitors went through tough times in getting their passports sorted.
A lot of trouble with passports and stuff. A couple of my boys just travel with
just itinerary passport, just because of the our passport office back home. It's a bit down with the machines, the passport machines. It's a bit down, and we've got some problem in the office, so they have to fly in with some itinerary passport.
Competing at the Lightning Cup today, the Vanuatuan side say the competition was an eye-opener.
To be honest, my boys are so scared because of the Fijian boys, because they're young but huge, yeah. And even myself, I saw them, I was like, oh, they're huge boys, but like they're really big boys, but they're young. So yeah, it's a really good experience for us.
Meanwhile, AFL Fiji Development Officer Simon Highfield applauded the game put on by the Vanuatu side in beating the All-Stars 26-2 earlier today.
I think the Vanuatu team's probably been the biggest surprise of the day. They surprised us this morning with 2 quick wins against the Fiji team and the development team.
Vanuatu players were selected from the teams that participated in their schools and senior competition. The side will compete against Fiji and defending champion Nauru tomorrow. Melita Vanga, FBC Sports.
Waisena the Level scored a double in their first half for Stade Francais to lead them to win in the French Top 14 rugby competition in Paris this morning. This will be Stade's 5th win this season, but they still remain in 11th place. Melita Vanga reports.
Waisena the Level showed an impressive performance, scoring a hat-trick to help Stade Francais beat Albert Vulivuli's Racing 92.
Flank out off the top, Coville, that's a good ball out to Makalu, here he goes again, watch out, Wasea's there, Wasea's got the legs, this is going to be try number 2 surely, he's got the length and the push, and the Fijian centre scores try number 2. So far, which is always nice to see in France. Oh, beautiful pass that is. Plisson sets up. Wasea is going to go over. Try number 2 for the Fijian centre. He is on fire, this man.
Stade Seko Makalo scored their opening try in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Plisson, another little kick through. That's well taken. Oh, excellent. Taken by Makalu. He's going to go all the way. This guy is outrageously good, and a 5-pointer there for Stade Francais.
Meanwhile, Racing 92 regrouped in the second half, scoring a try, but it was not good enough to match up their opponent.
Oh, he's ducking. That's what he likes to do. A little bit of sniper work. This is going to be Racing with a try. Brice-Toulan, and it came from some brilliance.
In other match played, Clermont defeated Agen 35-26. Melita Banga, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Sports Commission is looking forward to working with other sporting bodies in terms of funding. President Peter Maisie says this is to help sporting bodies with their future plans. Luciana Tangivakimbao reports.
Following the Fiji Bati team receiving the bonus from its major sponsor, the Fiji Sports Commission believes all sporting bodies need good financial support for international meets.
It's on to the next 4 years, and we are encouraging all sporting bodies to put together 4-year plans. So if we're either going from World Cup to World Cup or from Olympics to Olympics, we want to see them put in place that plan.
The 4-year plan is to help get more sponsors as they don't get much funding.
Our job is to work with them and find the funding. Now that funding doesn't just come from government, of course, it's coming from the sponsors. And we have to have a lot of acknowledgement of the support that went to this team from the sponsors.
Meanwhile, Vodafone Fiji Bati player Aquila Wate was honoured with the support financially from sponsors.
I think they've done an amazing job with their allowance and everything, but yeah, as I said before, we truly appreciate everything they've done for us.
Meanwhile, the Vodafone Fiji Bati team received a bonus check of $50,000 from major sponsor Vodafone. Luciana Tangivakimbao, FBC Sports.
The Fiji women's football team defeated Tonga 5-0 in its opening pool match of the Pacific Minigames in Vanuatu today. Meanwhile, the men's football team defeated Tuvalu 8-0 on Saturday in its first pool match. The opening ceremony for the Pacific Mini-Games will take place tonight at the Corman Stadium. You can watch the opening ceremony live on FBC TV at 9 tonight. Melbourne Victory stunned Roy Krishna's Wellington Phoenix with a dramatic second half comeback to win 3-2. Phoenix led 2-0 at half-time. And in weather, a weakening trough of low pressure with associated cloud and showers lies slow moving to the far south of Fiji. In the west, it was a beautiful day in the west with most areas hitting 30 degrees. Eastwards from Pack Harbour to Suva, cloudy conditions in most areas, but it was definitely a hot day in Suva. And up north, same conditions was experienced. At sea, northwest to southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas, moderate southerly easterly swells. The next high tide will be at 1:50 tomorrow morning with low tide at 8:18 a.m. Sunrise is at 6:26. And for tomorrow, it's cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere, fine apart from showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon or evenings. And our further outlook, we're looking further on to Wednesday, some showers and few thunderstorms. Recapping the main stories, rape cases tripled in the last 10 years. 291 rape cases pending in the high courts and new correction facilities for women in Lautoka. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question, the results from last week, we had asked, should the Fiji Sevens coach bring in overseas players for the World Cup next year? 61% said yes and 39% said no. This week we are asking, do you think there is enough being done to help rape victims? Visit our FBC website to answer. Be sure to send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ। मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1। इट्स सो हॉट।
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट।
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेफरी से मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट। आई लव मिर्ची एफएम।
हमें स्पिन तो हुआ कि मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.